Ever have your plans go astray? Well, when it comes to goals, sometimes it just seems like you've got to stop. I'm going to tell you why not. My name is Judy. I am not a professional, but I'm experienced and I'm opinionated and I love to share my opinion. Let me know if you get anything out of it or if you think it's complete nonsense. Recently, I went for a drive, a photo walk, photo journey, whatever you'd like to call it, to photograph the covered bridges of Pennsylvania. First thing that went wrong is the foliage hasn't changed yet. It's hard to get fall pictures of covered bridges without any foliage. Second thing that went wrong is my GPS decided to stop talking to me. And I've got three of them in my car. And just decided it wasn't going to talk to me. So it's making it a little harder to find where I was going. But if there's one thing photography has taught me, it's the art of the pivot. It's being able to look at everything in front of you and take a different path. So it was supposed to be a group of 9 to 10 different bridges. And I got to the third one much later than I should have and went, this is getting ridiculous. I guess I failed at this. And there in front of me at the third bridge were a bunch of classic cars. Something else I like to photograph. So, got a few shots of the covered bridge and the classic cars together, and the beautiful scenery and the nice river, and combined all of it as one. If I hard look at my goal of photographing covered bridges, I didn't make it. I failed. If I look at my soft goal of going out and getting some interesting pictures, I think I've succeeded. Won't know until I actually upload them to my computer, which I haven't done yet. When your goal is very strict and you set these really hard core steps, must do A before B, it makes it harder for you. When your goal is flexible within reason, you don't want to be too flexible. It always seems to be easier to attain. We're rolling up to the end of the year, and as you know, everyone's going to start doing the new year, new me, set some more goals, most of which people quit before the end of January. But I wonder how many people revisit throughout the year. Now, I did do a 6 month reset video, and it was the okay, I'm at 6 months through the year. Where am I with my goals? And I actually do it. I did it at the start of April. I did it at the start of July, and I've done it at the start of October now. I do have some goals I regret. I set up a goal of posting a picture a day on Instagram and Threads, and I'm I'm still there. I'm still getting the pictures done. There's less than 100 to go. I am going to finish it. But my original thought, and it wasn't part of the goal, was to do a theme. Every week I'd have a different theme. Yeah, that didn't last very long because sometimes I just couldn't get a picture that fit the theme. I, and if I turned around and went, well, I didn't get the theme, therefore I don't have a photograph, I wouldn't be achieving the actual true goal of posting a picture every day, which was the actual goal. Sometimes when you set a goal, the goal you've set is not really the goal you're after. I set a goal of starting a YouTube channel. Well, I did it. Originally, it was learn how to edit and process the B-roll and this and that and the other thing, and start a YouTube channel on life lessons learned through a camera lens. Well, loosely, that is what I'm doing. No B-roll and crappy editing skills, but it does include life lessons I learned through a camera and just life lessons I learned by, well, surviving every day. So, did I make my goal or did I not? Yeah, I did. Sometimes redefining your goal is a good thing. In 2023, I set the goal of closing the exercise rings on my watch 5 out of 7 days of the week. Well, then I went hiking in the Smoky Mountains and blew my knee out. Okay, beyond my control. But a friend of mine pointed out at the end of the year that during my recovery time, when I was not closing the rings, that if you averaged out the number of days in the year with the number of days that I closed my rings, technically, I closed at an average of 5 out of every 7 days. Okay, kind of lying to myself to say I made my goal, but you know, sometimes it's all in how you look at things. I am already trying to decide what am I going to do in 2025. I'm preparing for what I'm going to do in 2025. I am going to set a few less goals for 2025 because although I haven't failed any of the ones I set way too many for the 2024. Lesson learned. It's always good to learn a lesson. So let's see what happens. I'll let you know when I come up with them. And I will probably start them as soon as I come up with them because that's what I do. I don't wait for a start date. It doesn't work for me to wait for a start date. But whatever works for you. Well, that's all I have to say about pivoting. The ability to pivot helps you to succeed because that rigid pathway, that roadblock, when there's an accident, do you find another route to your destination? Yes. It's a good thing to remember because otherwise you're going to give up. Don't turn around. Find the detour. The end point doesn't have to be gotten to by only one direction, by only one set of steps. Okay, now that I sound cheesy, I'm going to close this out. As I said, if you got anything out of it, hit the subscribe button. If you didn't get anything out of it, let me know why. If you think I'm a complete idiot, go ahead and tell me. I appreciate feedback any way I can get it. And if you come back again, I'll see you next time. Bye.